Hi, thank you for joining us for this mat class today. I'm Lauren Hovick and I'm here with Jen, and we are going to take you through a mat class designed for dance conditioning. So if you have any dancers, have them come check out this video. It's going to be a great, well-rounded workout. All you need is a mat and your Theraband, as any kind of elastic, stretchy band. And we are going to go through starting on the mat today. So go ahead and work your way onto your back, and you'll come onto your forearms. We're going to take your elbows right underneath your shoulders, propping yourself up. And we're starting with a pelvic curl, but it's modified. It's advancing the pelvic curl, making a little more of a progression, using the elbows right underneath. Knees are bent, still fist distance apart like you would with your regular pelvic curl. We'll go ahead and take a nice breath in here. And as you exhale, no movement, just feel your core kind of knitting in towards your center like a corset, almost cinching. And we'll go again. Inhale and exhale, draw everything in and breathe in and exhale, connecting in. We're going to add some movement to this. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, draw your abs in, feel your low back stretching, and let's rock back to neutral from there. Inhale back. And again, breathe in. Exhale, abs pull in, and you just feel that nice stretch on the lower spine. And inhale. Let's start to add a little more lift now. Exhale, we draw in. Hold the abs, start to lift with the hamstrings, floating the legs up. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down. And back to neutral. So this variation of pelvic curl makes it much more difficult on the core. It makes your range of motion a little bit smaller. It's also going to put that work into the hip flexors, into a more, they're starting more contracted. So as we roll up, trying to stretch that line out, and exhale, rolling back in, and back to neutral. 2 more times. Exhale, scoop, and rolling up. This is great for dance because we need to get into those really deep lower abdominals to support things like leg extensions, especially when we're going to the front. And last one, exhale, drawing in. So this helps us find those and then try and keep it while we add something else in, like the legs lifting. And coming back to neutral pelvis, go ahead and lie down all the way to your back from here. Return your spine neutral. Dancers, we like to be in that posterior tilt. Make sure you're in that natural curve. There should be a little space in your lower back between it and the mat. Let's take your arms into a first position and lifting one leg up to tabletop. Stabilize this upper body, stabilize the core. Exhale, pull your other leg up. Legs zip together. We'll take a very small spine twist, supine. So we'll take your knees to one side, lifting that half of your pelvis up. Exhale, pull down with those ribs. And to the other side. Inhale, rotate. And exhale, pull center. And you're looking for this perfect tabletop. A lot of my dancers like to lift their feet high because we're active in the quads. So keep your legs at that nice 90-degree bend, the hips, the knee. Your shins should be parallel to the floor, not too high. Major challenge why it's so small is you don't have a lot of stability with the upper body by keeping the arms in first here. But I still want you to feel that anchoring of your shoulder blades into the mat. And let's take one more inhale. And exhale, pull back center, beautiful. Set one foot down, set the other foot down. Keep the arms in a first position. We'll take an inhale here to prepare. Exhale, lift your chest up. Get nice and high, feel your low back release now. From here, arms overhead, keep the height of the chest and back down. So think arms to high fifth, ano and en bas. And inhale and exhale. And in, and out, and one more in, and out. Lower the chest, arms back to first position. Inhale, we're doing a second round, slightly different. Exhale, lift back up. This time, arms go up, open out to second position, and pull back into first. And again, up, open, exhale, curl even deeper. Nice, Jen. And inhale. Open, exhale, curl. The fourth one, let's go up and open. Exhale, deeper, 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 and rest. We'll reverse that in a moment. Breathe in. Exhale, lift your chest up. Reverse, arms to second position, arms to high fifth, and back to first. Again, we're trying to keep the shoulder blades lifted so there's no drop through that chest. Lifting higher, especially here. Good. And one more. Up and forward. I love that Jen's not cheating by tucking. Go down. Still keeping that neutral pelvis. I don't want it too high where you're gripping. Inhale. Last one will come up, and we'll take just the right arm up, open, and exhale. Other side, up, open, and close. Each side, one more, up, open, exhale, and up. Good. Keep feeling like your purse is being pulled towards your knees, reverse directions, and you're evening out there, and open. Lifts. This is forcing you to work your obliques because you don't want to lose one side of your torso as your arm goes to the side. That asymmetrical movement, much more challenging on the obliques. And lower down. Woo, beautiful. Set the arms all the way overhead. Stretch out the abdominals. You can straighten your legs one, then the other. Take a moment here, just find that stretch. Dancers are very notorious for our rib flare. So want you, after we're done with that stretch, let's settle the ribs down. You should feel your front ribs sinking heavy into your back space. And we'll start with the roll up, elongating your arms. And we'll take that inhale, arms, head, neck, chest. Exhale from here, rolling up. Beautiful position, inhale. And exhale down. Jen goes into it right away because she knows her body. She's well trained. You want that perfect C curve at the top. So we go up, go back. Here's in the C curve. Now pivot that shape forward. Shoulders right over your hip joint. So we're far enough forward. Inhale, stretching out the back. Exhale, lowering down. Now, dancers, I want your feet to stay down on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Very nice. So that way you're not overusing your hip flexors. And down. And we'll take one more roll up. Watching the ribs every time. Jen is good. Watch yourself at home. Exhale, rolling up. The shoulders are down and back. She's got this beautiful round position in her spine. Go ahead and lift up to straight now. Dorsiflex, so flex your feet, open them to the outsides of your shoulders. Now, also watch for hyperextended knees. We want to make sure the heels are down for everybody, even if you have that, so you're not going into your hyperextension. Watch those ribs here even. Pull the ribs in there. Inhale. Exhale. Start to stretch out the neck. Let your upper back stretch forward, your mid back, your low back. Now, dancers, from here, lift the arms overhead. Inhale, flat hinge. Exhale, back down, and continue rolling up, stacking piece by piece. Watch those ribs by piece. Good. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Don't collapse into your flexibility. Think a little more support. And inhale, arms are right up, framing the ears. In. Exhale, fold, and continue rolling up. And two more like that. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Jen's much more flexible. She's not going into her deepest hamstring stretch because she's thinking a lot more about the spine. This is called spine stretch. So let that back be the priority. And exhale. And I notice a lot of dancers who are really hypermobile. It might not feel like a deep stretch. It's very subtle. Inhale. This should feel like a lot of work in that upper back. Subtle. And roll back up. Very nice. Now that we've got the back working in extension and in some flexion, some rounding, let's take it into open leg rocker. So you'll bend one knee, grab onto your ankle. Make sure you have a little room behind you on your mat. And extend that leg, taking the other leg in, grab onto the ankle, extend your leg, and lift up in that back nice and proud without flaring the ribs. That's going to be a big one to watch for yourself at home. We'll take an inhale, round your back. Roll to the shoulders. Exhale, rolling up. And extend that spine flat. Dancers, watch you don't go too wide. You're keeping the feet just the outsides of the shoulders. And inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. Control. Push the feet into the hands to help you get up. So you're using hamstrings. Lift up in the back. And again, inhale. Challenging exercise for our dancers. Good. Lifting. And one more. Inhale. Exhaling up. Extend. Beautifully lifted. Bend your knees. Set one foot down. Set the other foot down. Legs can come back into a bent knee position, parallel, legs together, feet flat, about 90 degrees at the knees. And let's take your arms forward. This time, I want the palms up to the ceiling. So we're just encouraging a little external rotation in the shoulder. This is going to help you not to get too internally rotated that we often see. Go ahead and roll down to your low back. Feel that sacrum down, then the low back. Keep the chest up. Now to challenge the abdominals, pull the knee in. Your center of gravity is being challenged here, going a little higher. Extend the knee without moving how far it is away from your chest. Bend the knee again. Set the foot down and roll back up. That's one. We're doing the same side again 2 more times. And exhale, roll down. The goal, more than hip flexors, is I want the chest to stay high. This distance doesn't change. She's keeping her knee right on my hand, right on my hand. Beautiful. Set it down, rolling back up. Inhale. And third time this first side, roll down. Get that back. Now I just have my hand here. I'm making sure she's not sinking on me. Extend that knee, doesn't move in space. Very nice. Set it down and roll up. I learned this exercise, a lot of the exercises in here from Karen Klippinger. She's a dance kinesiologist. Amazing Pilates course. And let's exhale, roll down second side. Hold that low back down. Pull your knee in. Now get as close as you can. Fight for the extension that you want to have next, not the one you already have. So it should be very difficult to get your knee straight without moving it away from you at the top. That's where you want to set. And exhale, roll down. It's really going to challenge that upper ab work and extend. Yes, now Jen's really working for it, and that's going to get her to progress. Very nice. And rolling up. Third one on this left side, second side, rolling down. I love that she's staying out of her shoulders. Her head is in a beautiful position. Yes, fighting not to pop the knee away. And roll back up. Open your knees for a moment. Just reach forward. Give yourself a nice stretch out for both your abs, opening up for your hip flexors as well. One more nice inhale. And letting that go. Go ahead and roll yourself back up. From here, send your legs straight out in front of you. Zip together, feet are flexed. We'll take your hands behind your head. I really want to think of nice openness through the shoulders. We're lifting up. Watch there's no rib flare. Think of pulling your front ribs in towards your back ribs. And feet are flexed to anchored again. Inhale. Exhale, we'll rotate a little further. Inhale again. Stay on the diagonal. Go into nice upper back extension. Think like your cumbre back. Return to neutral and center. Exhale, twist, twist. Inhale, up and over like a waterfall spilling over. Come back and center and twist a little further and arch. I'm looking at the distance, those bottom ribs to the top of her pelvis. This shouldn't change in her arch, so it's not the low back doing the arch. Think this stays the same. It's the upper back. Yes. And center, and inhale, and one more time to each side, lifting up with your sternum, beautifully, go a little deeper, 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 yes, and return, and last time to even out, and sternum up to the ceiling. Return neutral and center. From here, the first time we're going to grab our band. Grab it with your hands. You want it a little slack. You'll know this first one if you gave yourself too much resistance. And we're going to take it into some more shoulder work and some more upper back work. So first, the left arm will stay directly in front of your shoulder. Pull your right elbow back to 90 degrees in the elbow. That shoulder staying right, or arm staying right at shoulder height. From here, externally rotate that arm and extend as you go into a diagonal step 3. Very nice. Feeling that upper back, feeling the arm work. Return back to the goalpost, derotate, come forward. Same side again. We'll pull back. Rotate the arm. Up and over. Feel that nice lift in the back. You have this pull with your arms. And center. That's why this left arm is so important. It's your anchor. One more time that side. Pull. Rotate. Watch that wrist for me. And extend. Very nice. Return upright. Derotate. Switch sides. So I'm doing the same side multiple times in a row for a lot of things throughout this class because we're trying to encourage not just strength, but also a little muscular endurance. So having that same side go multiple times over and over, it's just going to ask it to fatigue. I'm working on a little more of that endurance factor. Good. Reaching. One more. Pull that side back. Rotate, keeping the arm at that shoulder height. Then extend. Feel that tension on the band. Rotate and forward. Very nice. Let's take the band now. You're going to wrap it around your thighs and take it into a, tie it around your thighs into a bow. So get it really snug first. Then I would make 2 loops so that it's much easier to untie. If you tie it like this, it's pretty simple. So you'll want it right above your knees onto your thighs. And then we'll lay back onto your forearms. Elbows underneath the shoulders again. You're trying to stay nice and neutral in the trunk here. So this is going to be for our deep outward rotators, our deep 6 for your turnout. So we'll start in parallel. Move both the legs out in parallel. Once you've got a little tension, externally rotate your legs and start to widen it. And as you widen, think deeper, deeper rotation. So you're trying to progress your turnout as you go. Return back and we'll go again. So we open first, parallel. Externally rotate. Think greater trochanter to sits bone. And continue, continue. Release. Come back to parallel. Back center. And you're really holding this upper back beautifully like Jen is here. Open. Try and turn out further as you open. Come back center. And we'll go again. Parallel. Turn out. Split that distance. You can see it with your eyes nice and even both sides. And return 2 more. Opening out. Notice there's no movement, no sinking, arching, tucking, nothing happening with the pelvis here. The torso, Jen's doing such a nice job stabilizing. And open, externally rotate, and wide, wide, wide. Beautiful. Come back in, parallel, legs together. Now bend your knees, staying on your forearms. This is another one for front développé, except for now we have resistance. So it's not going to challenge the abs as much as the last one, but it's going to intensify the work on the hip flexors, that deep, those deep hip flexors like your psoas. So same concept. She'll lift her right leg, pull your knee in as close as you can get it towards your shoulder. Now wherever you set it, that thigh's not going to change. Extend, keeping tension on the band, keeping tension. I love that. She's working towards the height she wants to get. Bend the knee and set it down. That same side again. Find that endurance. Pull in. A little deeper, a little deeper. Yes. And keep it. That's even better than the last time. Pull, pull, pull. She's not just straightening her knee. You show it wrong. She straightens her leg and it moves away from her wherever she set it. You're not using your quads. It's just like getting the height you want with the upper leg and then dropping it when you go to straighten. This is the exact opposite what we're trying to find here. So she gets the height and then maintain it, maintain it. Very nice. set it down. Other side. 3, was that 3 on each? Pull in and extend the knee. Think of that kneecap pulling up, working the quads. Great exercise if you have hyperextended knees and you're used to hanging out in your knee joints. This is good because it's going to teach you how to strengthen your quadriceps as well as the hip flexors. And bend and down. One more time, we'll pull it in, deeper, deeper, deeper. Our best one yet, and extend, bend, and set it down. Another version of that you could do, I'll just talk it through once, is you come in parallel as far as you can, then just slightly externally rotate towards the shoulder, and you could do the same exercise with that slight external rotation at the end. Come back to parallel. Let's do one on the other side. I'm not going to take a lot of time for it, but just so you know, if you do this video multiple times, you can also play with that variation as well. Very nice. And from here, keep the band tied in a loop. I'm going to slide it off your legs, and you'll swing your legs around to the other side. Let's come into a quadruped position on all fours. So from here, we're going to work on, we did hip flexors for our front extensions, front développés. Now we're going to work on our posterior développés as well. So to the back. So we're starting with a bent leg. Lift your leg up like a parallel attitude. So hip extension with the knee bent. Now, without changing the pelvis here, lift as high as you can. Then we'll externally rotate, trying not to drop. Lift a little higher. Now it is more like that attitude that we do in dance. When keep that height, extend the leg. You're making a longer lever for arabesque. And gently lower back down. And we'll do it all again. So we'll start with the knee bending and lift up. So the hamstring's working two ways here. Add in that greater trochanter sip on that external rotation. Lift even higher. Extend the leg. Extend, reaching out the toes. And lower back down, back to parallel. I love that Jen's not opening her hip up. So this is really just about the hip aspect of your arabesque, not so much what's happening in the spine. So if we can maximize the range in the hip joint, you're going to get larger, higher extensions. That was 3. Let's go ahead and bend that knee, and we'll do 3 more on the other side. Not to mention, Jen's alignment, her upper body is beautiful. Don't neglect that. Second side, we lift up with a bent knee. First, we'll take that leg. You're good. Bent knee. Lifting up parallel. Now, as you externally rotate, I don't want the knee to wing out to the side. So keep the knee just spiraling good. The upper thigh. Lift a little higher. Think outer knee toward the ceiling. Extend your leg and lower down. Back to parallel. We'll go again. And bend the knee. Lifting up. Externally rotate. Find your attitude line. You could go a little bit longer if you would like to. Good. Lift that second time. And from here, keep the height as you extend the leg. No dropping. And lower down, parallel. You can stay there. We'll bend the knee again. And lift up, parallel first. Good. Each one, she's getting higher. I love it. Rotating, lifting, and then extend. You can also, this is another exercise. Karen Klippinger, check out her dance kinesiology book. It's fantastic. Bend the knee in. And from here, let's lay down onto your side. So we did a front développé work. We did some back développé work, derrière. Let's go ahead and do some to the side. So keeping your hand weighted in front, your body in a nice straight line here. We're going to start with obliques, and then we'll add the side développé in as we go. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, lift your legs off the mat. Now it should be small like this. We want this coming from the waist. Externally rotate the legs. Internally rotate your legs and lower down. Again, exhale, lift. Turn out, turn in, and lower. Exhale, lift. Turn out. I want this hip a little forward. Good. Turn in and lower. I'm just looking to see that her torso, she's not arching, thrusting her ribs forward again. She's not rocking this hip back. She looks really good here. One more, isolating up, turn out, turn in, lower down. Now combining that, as you lift, turn your legs out together, boom. Phase 2, bend the knee to passe. And phase 3, pull that knee to the shoulder, keep it there. You're still in the contraction of the waist, this leg's still suspended, fighting for that new height. Bend the knee, slide the leg out, lower to parallel as you set the legs back down and release the waist. And we contract the waist, hold it, turning the legs out. Bend the knee to passe, extend, keep that knee there. Good, back to your retiré, extend the leg, lower down. And we'll do one more on this side, lifting up. Jen's sweating, I love it. Bend the knee. And pull that knee to your shoulder first. Now extend, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Bend the knee. There's so much core work here too. Lower down. Stretch that top arm overhead. Give yourself a nice rest. And then we'll swing your legs around. What I would recommend maybe is bringing your band with you, just so it's by your hands for the next exercise. It'll be easier to get it. We'll start nice and lengthened. I'll put it behind you for now. And what's so important is that the hip bones are stacked one right on top of the other. The ribs are drawing back so that she's in a nice straight line, and we're not overusing our strong backs. And let's go ahead, take the first phase. We lift up, exhale. Externally rotate the legs. Rotate back parallel. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Rotate. Inhale, parallel, lower down. And turn out. Both legs evenly. I love how Jen's doing that. And exhale, lift. Turn out. Turn in. And lower again. Moving from that waist. Turn out. Turn in. And lower 2 more times. Exhale, bring that hip a little forward for me again. That's it. And turn out. Turn in. Lengthen, and one more. We lift. Turn out. Turn in. Lower down. We have 3 adding on the side développé. So we lift and turn out at the same time. Bend the knee. Find that retiré position. And then pull the knee towards your shoulder. Hold it there as you extend, 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 striving to get it straight. It should be hard. If it's easy, you're not pushing that first phase far enough. And let's go back. We'll lift up in parallel to turn out. Bend the knee, holding the waist, and pull in. Good. Extend, extend. I love it, Jen. And back. Lower down. One more time, keeping this nice and parallel. Lift, externally rotate. Boom. Bend the knee. And pull up. Extend, extend, extend. Good. Bend. Woo! And lower down. Stretch that arm overhead and just feel the length through your body. Now what you'll do if you're by yourself is you'll have to get up, you'll put your band around your thighs again. Same place as earlier. I'm going to do it for Jen. And we want it just again above the knees. I'm trying to flatten it out a little so it doesn't roll on her either. And then go ahead, lie onto your front side. And we're going to take the hands stacked, rest the forehead down. And number 1, we want to have a nice neutral position in your back. Dancers, we're very tight, we're very strong in our lumbar, our low backs. Don't give in to that curve. Think of pulling your ribs up. Think of gently reaching your tailbone down towards your heels. And I want you to feel that your pubic symphysis is pushing into the mat. So your pubic bone should be anchoring down. And nothing there changes. And you'll lift your legs to hover off the mat only as high as nothing there changes. If you arch your back, lose your abs, we're going too far. Same as we did on the forearms previously. We'll open your legs parallel, externally rotate. Feel the thighs wrapping into your band. Go a little further, and then return back to neutral, parallel, together. Staying hovered, so we're working your hamstrings, your hip extensors, open, externally rotate, open further, and bring it back in. Oh yes, parallel. We got 2 more of those coming, and parallel first. Externally rotate, wrap your trochanter towards your sits bones. I want to see the wrinkles on the back of your tights. That's my ballet teacher always used to say. And back center. One more time, parallel. Externally rotate. A little wider, little wider, little wider. Beautiful, back center. Parallel. Legs together. Lower your legs down. That should rest the lower body. Rest your deep outward rotators. Now we're going to finish with some work for the back. This is an intense exercise. We're starting with your arms out to the sides. Again, nice second position. Back is still nice and neutral to start. So we're starting with this exercise. You'll first lift your arms and lift your head, your upper back into extension. Keep that as you reach your arms overhead to high fifth. Beautiful with the shoulders, Jen. Open back to second position and lower yourself down. Lower the arms down. So this exercise, really intense. Focus on the upper back here, not your low back. Think shoulders. That's where those arms come in handy. And open out. Maybe lifting higher as the arms lower. Lengthening down, releasing through your back. Again, pull the arms back. Now I want you to think of the thumbs trying to pull up higher than your head is off the ground. So really encouraging nice external rotation, that openness of your shoulders. We need a lot in those more dramatic positions for dance. And up, lifting through that upper back just as much as the mid and the lower back. Jen's doing this so nicely that she's not dumping straight into her low back. And lower down. Let's go 2 more times. Lifting up. Think the pinky fingers travel forward. Lifting up with your thumbs. Even a little more on this one with me. That's it. Open back out. And lower down. And our last one. Lift up. Find that upper back. Chest forward. Reaching overhead. Lifting the arms. That's it. Open wide. Gently lower down. Let's come into a stretch position. You can take your hands under your shoulders, pull your abdominals up, and push into a nice rest position. Taking just some nice deep breaths through your back here. You can really allow your tailbone to sink heavy on your heels, trying to maximize the stretch, as well as almost thinking of your hands pressing down, almost like they're dragging towards you, to help increase that stretch through your back. Let's gently roll yourself back up. You can carefully take your band off. I'm going to give Jen a nice thank you. Great job today. Thank you for joining us too. This is a great exercise for conditioning for dance. You can do this over and over or check out our other videos. And we look forward to seeing you here again soon.